Good evening and welcome to the news. First, let us take a look at the headlines. JHADC passed the Jainta Hills Autonomous District Village and Town Development Council Bill 2023 during its winter session. Pumped hydro storage projects in 4 locations in Meghalaya is being conducted, says Power Minister A.T. Mandal. For the 47th edition of the 100 Drums Wangala Festival unfolded in a vibrant celebration. Second edition of the Kelvin Cinema Festival commenced with a spectacular ceremony. And pending salaries of JHADC employees would be released within this month, says CEM JHADC Thombor Shiwat. The news in detail. In line with previous sessions, the winter session of the Jainta Hills Autonomous District Council concluded on the same day it began. During this session, the JHADC passed the Jainta Hills Autonomous District Village and Town Development Council Bill 2023, which had been modified by the District Council Affairs Department. This bill had previously been approved by the JHADC in a special session held on June 20th. Its objective is to empower the Dorbar Shnong to establish village development councils and town development councils for the implementation of developmental projects sanctioned by the state government. Power Minister A.T. Mandal informed that a feasibility study on the proposed setting up of pumped hydro storage projects (PHSPS) in 4 locations in Meghalaya is being conducted, and the reports on the feasibility of the projects are likely to be submitted to the state government by December. The PHSPS are being proposed in 4 locations, which include Dingsong in East Khazi Hills District, Leshka Lamu in East Jainta Hills District, Leshka Amsherang in West Jainta Hills District, and Umyam. The feasibility study is being conducted by the National Thermal Power Corporation (NTPC) in these 4 locations, and by December, the reports are likely to be submitted to the state government.
If we can actually come out this project, but we have our problems also, as I told you. The first problem is finance, because this will require huge finance. Many estates are after it, and they are going in a big way, because water discharge requirement reduces. So that way, if we can implement this pump storage project, I told you only 4 project, it is 3,100 megawatt. We will be selling power outside of the state.
The 47th edition of the 100 Drums Wangala Festival unfolded in a vibrant celebration of cultural heritage from November 8 to 11. The festivities began with the resounding beats of traditional Dharma, echoing cheers from the gathered crowd at Wangala Adam. The Adam transformed into a canvas of red, yellow and blue, adorned by 10 dancing troops, showcasing their rhythmic expertise in the enthralling rhythm of the 100 drums. The handloom and handicrafts exhibition, inaugurated by chief guest, added a touch of elegance to the cultural showcase. The Rugala ceremony and Sasat Soa, integral rituals that deepen the cultural significance of Wangala. PHE Minister Marcus Marak on Thursday informed that the department is targeting 5 lakh functional household tap connections before Christmas under Jal Jeevan mission. He shared that currently 4,04,000 households have already been connected with functional household tap connections. He said that the target set by the Government of India is to complete physical work of JJM by January 26, 2024.
So I did the review meeting, and then I got an assurance from the engineers from all the divisions that we should be touching, before Christmas, we should be touching almost 5 lakhs. You will never imagine that they have been, while we are sleeping, they could not sleep. They've been working at night also till night also. So they're the one who deserve, congratulations. I've thanked them, I've congratulated them, and I've even requested them that this is not the end. We have to reach the target that we have been assigned to give.
The University School of Law and Research at the University of Science and Technology, Meghalaya, organized a workshop on working of National Legal Service Authority on Thursday, where Justice B.P. Katake, former judge, Guwahati High Court, delivered a thought-provoking lecture. The event has been organized to mark National Legal Service Day today. Addressing the gathering, Justice B.P. Katake stated that access to justice doesn't mean having a very good court building or facilities for legal service providers, but it means whether the system could provide efficient and cost-effective justice to the people of the country, he added. Meghalaya police have successfully incinerated narcotic, drugs and psychotropic substances worth over 4 crore on Thursday. This disposal took place at the Star Cement plants in Lumshnong East Jat Hills district. Leading from the front, Dr. L.R. Bishnoi, Director General of Police, personally threw the confiscated drugs into the incinerator after following the necessary procedures and meticulously adhering to the Supreme Court's orders regarding the disposal of seized drugs. During a media briefing, Dr. L.R. Bishnoi, Director General of Police, expressed his concern about the rising number of drug users, including an alarming increase in female users.
So total drugs worth rupees 4 crore has been destroyed today. The laid down procedures regarding disposal by the Honorable Supreme Court has been meticulously followed, and after completing all the formalities, we requested the management of the cement factory and they very kindly and very readily agreed to entertain our request, and they have given us the facilities. And I sincerely hope that the drug menace problem will evaporate permanently from the state of magnificent Meghalaya, just like the leaking flame destroys the drugs.
Amid opposition from certain quarters for holding the Cherry Blossom Festival on Sunday, leader of the opposition Ronnie V. Lingdo said that nobody is discouraging anybody from attending to their religious duties, and the Cherry Blossom Festival is not compulsory for everyone to attend. According to Lingdo, one has to look at the larger picture of things, and the festival is not for the domestic tourist, but for the tourists from outside, and perhaps more crowds can be drawn if those events are held on the weekends, which starts from Friday and ends on Sunday.
You see, there are two ways of looking at it. I think nobody is discouraging from attending to their religious duties. It's free for people who like to participate in that festival, and then it is not compulsory for everyone. Okay, because sometimes we have to look at the larger things. This is not merely for the domestic tourists. This is for the tourists from outside the state. So perhaps we can draw more crowds if those events are held at the weekends.
Riboy Youth Organization RBYO Chief Baya Telang Lapang was apprehended by the Riboy Police in connection with an extortion case in Bernihut area. Riboy Police Superintendent Giri Prasad informed that Baya Telang Lapang was apprehended in connection with an extortion case in Bernihut area for the interrogation. The case is in connection with extortion in a petrol pump. Prasad added, so far, RBYO President was not arrested and he has been issued 41A notice. The second edition of the Kelvin Cinema Festival commenced with a spectacular ceremony marking a triumphant comeback to the world of cinema in the post-pandemic era. Minister of Information and Public Relations Dr. Ampreen Lingdo graced the occasion as the chief guest, accompanied by Minister of Revenue and Disaster Management Kerman Shulla as the esteemed guest of honor. Embracing the theme Women and Environment, the festival proudly introduced an all-women jury. This 3-day cinematic extravaganza will conclude on November 11th.
pati katabanga mihon.
This traditional relationship with our immediate nature is often jeopardized with the pressures of modernization and modern day living. Thank you so much, the Kelvin Cinema, for the commendable effort that you have put in to allow for the screening of so many films. I've seen the list of films here and must appreciate all the people behind the success of the very fact that these films have been able to see their logical conclusions.
During the winter session of JHADC and in response to a query by Shalai regarding the delayed salary payments to JHADC employees, Chief Executive Member Thombor Shiwat assured that the pending salaries should be released within this month. Shiwat also mentioned that the JHADC had consistently approached the state government for the clearance of the council's shares, enabling them to fulfill their financial obligations, including staff, salaries and other requirements. Furthermore, the House members paid tribute to late Tobias Manar, former MDC from the Sutunga Sumer constituency, who passed away on August 1st. The weather report. The maximum temperature was 20.6 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 10.3 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 58%, while in the evening was 67%. The forecast, dry weather is most likely. And before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. JHADC passed the Jointer Hills Autonomous District Village and Town Development Council Bill 2023 during its winter session. Pumped hydro storage projects in 4 locations in Meghalaya is being conducted, says Power Minister A.T. Mandal. For the 7th edition of the 100 Drums Wangala Festival unfolded in a vibrant celebration. Second edition of the Kelvin Cinema Festival commenced with a spectacular ceremony. And pending salaries of JHADC employees would be released within this month, says CEM JHADC Thombor Shiwat. That's all we have in the news for today. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Have a good night.